Do you hate your job and wish you could be your own boss, choose your own hours, your own rules and your own income? But how can you when you've got a mortgage and bills to pay? Well, stick around, I'll show you how. I'm Paul McIntyre. I help men over 50 start and grow a business they love so they can live the life they dream of. If you've had enough of being a slave to a job, but fear your online-based business brainwave or startup idea won't ever succeed in replacing your full-time salary, this video's for you. What should you do? I'll show you how to make taking tough decisions like this easier. I'll help you with overcoming mental blocks and limits that you put on yourself and tell you why you don't have to be scared of giving up your day job. Plus, stick around until the end and I'll tell you where you can get these steps as a free downloadable checklist that can help you to plan your brighter future. I see so many people that never take the steps to create the business they love. They fear giving up their day job, their full-time employment, giving up working for somebody else's benefit. They worry about not being able to pay the mortgage, the car loan, the household bills. What happens if the business doesn't take off? What if it takes longer than they expected? Do you sometimes feel like this? I know I did. I left a job I'd been in for over 10 years to start a new job. This new job meant leaving the house around 6 o'clock every morning to sit on the motorway going nowhere slowly, then getting home around 7:30 each evening. But it was a new start, right? But I'd made one big mistake. I put my life in someone else's hands again, and I trusted what they told me about this wonderful job. Disaster. Within 6 months, the office politics was so bad that I was achieving little, not furthering my career, and I hated every single day. It was constant backstabbing and point scoring. I'd just turned 40, it was a milestone in my life, just like starting any new decade of your life. And I wasn't prepared to have the next 10 years living with a job I hated. I'd had enough of being out of control of my life. So I gave up the day job and I left. Immediately. Was this a smart move? No. Was it the right move for me? Yes, definitely. But I could have been smarter about it at the time. I know now what I should have done. When I left, I started my own business, but it took me a few months to get it up and running. What if I'd started it whilst getting paid a full-time salary and then left to move straight into a business that was up and running? It certainly would have been less stressful, a lot less stressful. So here's the good news. You don't have to give up your job to start your own business. You can start it in as little as a few hours a week if you want, evenings or weekends. Once your business takes off and starts giving you a good income, you can choose whether you want to stay working for someone else's benefit with someone else's rules, or choose to work for yourself and your own future. Obviously, the more time you spend building your business each month, the faster it'll grow, but you don't need to fear not being able to pay the bills by having to give up your job immediately. Imagine how different your life could be if you didn't have to commute, if you didn't have to report to anyone but yourself, if you chose when to work and when to play, if you chose how much you earned, really took control of your future and knew when you could comfortably retire or semi-retire or still growing a profitable business and income. That's where I am now, and you could be too. So let's take some concrete steps to plan out how this approach can work for you. Step 1, organise your time. How much time are you working for your boss while you're at home, when you could be doing other things to develop your own business and plan how to improve your future? What are the places that you could find the time you need? How much time do you waste sitting in front of the television when you could be creating a better life for yourself? Do you spend more time at work than you really need to? Do you work late just because it seems to be the right thing to do, or to impress your boss, or take work home? If you do, it's time to stop it, because I promise you, you care a lot more about your own future than your boss does. Of course, everybody needs some downtime, and you should build this into your schedule. So work out how many hours you could spend working on a new business if you really loved it and really cared about making a new and better life for yourself with less stress and more control over your future. Step 2, organise your finances. Write down how much you spend each month, including mortgage, loans and bills, as well as all the other essentials and a couple of treats. Make sure you get the details written down so that you can refine it each month against your actual spend. The total of this will be the figure you'll be aiming to generate as net monthly profit from your new business before you can say a permanent goodbye to your boss. Step 3, getting your mindset right is more critical to your success than you probably realise. So write a list of all the reasons you'd like to change your life by being your own boss, and then write a list of all the benefits, however small. This will be a resource for your motivation to which you can add often. Step 4, get a plan of action, a strategy, and set goals. Start at the end of this list by writing down your goals first, then build a strategy to achieve your goals, and then develop a detailed plan of action to put your strategy into practice. Make sure you write everything down somewhere that you can easily access and search, so that you can constantly refer to your motivation, your goals, and your plan of action. Step 5. Next, you need to create a budget that gives you a degree of sanity that your goals, strategy, and action will at least achieve the financial goal that you set in step 2 within a reasonable time frame, say 6 months or 12 months. Step 6. Research your market and find out what your potential competitors are doing and where you could do it better or slightly differently to fulfill a particular niche. Step 7. Get excited by setting a date to start and launch your new venture. As they say, tomorrow is the first day of the rest of your life, and this will be the first day of a new and better future if you really want it to be. The 7-step process aligns with the Mind Money Method approach that I teach in my academy to people who have had enough of working for someone else's benefit and someone else's rules and want to live life by their own terms. Okay, it's time for a summary. But before we do, please like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe to my channel by clicking the button below to get other videos. So here are the steps. Step 1, organise your finances. Step 2, organise your time. Step 3, get your mind in the right place, get motivated. Step 4, get a plan. Step 5, create a budget. Step 6, research your market. And step 7, create that launch date. This is a proven method that I teach inside the academy and will give you a solid framework that you can use to plan building a business as a side hustle to supplement your current earnings and to eventually enable you to quit your day job and be your own boss. So I promised you, if you stuck around till the end, I'd give you a downloadable checklist that you can use. So here it is. You can get it at mmmethod.com/7 steps. I've put the link in the description below this video so you can click on it there. If you have any questions or comments, please add them below and I'll help by answering as much as possible. So download the checklist and I'll see you in the next one.